Now this is the important stuff. So I have controller auto run off. I don't use it. Build immediately, builder pro off. I don't use that. Edit hold time auto way up because I have a second edit bind, so I can get rid of delay. And when you turn it auto way up, it like gets rid of the delay, a little bit more delay or whatever. Vibration off. It messes my aim up. I don't use it. 3.0 build mode multiplier. 2.4 edit mode multiplier. 54% horizontal speed. 56% vertical speed, so like I can like flick up and hit headshots. And I don't use boost. This trash, it just messes you up. 11. This is like basically two more than this one, so like if I had this right here, it would be like this. So yeah, like my vertical is basically 2 higher than my horizontal for ADS. And then no boost, no dampening, linear, 100%. This is what I feel comfortable with. And 5 dead zone, just because it's the best. And then I don't use enable for controller. And then this is the other stuff. And this is what I'm talking about. This right here, my second edit bind, that gets rid of delay. Alright, just so you guys can see what my old settings were and what I changed. So basically all of this is the same. I had 2.4 build mode, 2.1 edit, and then I had 67% and 68%. The reason I had 67% is because that was the sense that I felt the most comfortable with flick shots. Like I just liked it because like I could hit flick shots with it. And then 68% just to hit more headshots, and then no boost, 12 whatever. And yeah, the reason I changed lowered my sense is because like yeah, this sense was good to like hit flick shots, but like the thing is that I never like I rarely like hit like did flicks. Like I'm a controller player, so like it's like rare for me to do flicks. So just remember this because we're gonna get into this like later. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do is find your edit sensitivity. So I already got my stuff, but I'm gonna just like show y'all what y'all have to do. So basically, I'm not the one that like found this out. Like shout out to Roddy Bros, he's the one that like made a video on this. But we're doing editing sense first, so like building doesn't matter. We'll get to that later. But so what you want to do is turn your horizontal speed and vertical speed all the way to 100, and then your edit mode sensitivity multiplier like that, apply. And then what you want to do is basically like go into the edit course. This is mine, you feel me? And like you just want to like you start at 100, and for me like 100% is too slow because I have control freaks on. So but just say like this is too fast for me or whatever. So you'll just keep on going down and down and down and down. Like go down like 2% or whatever you want to go down. However you feel like would be the best. So let's say 92. And 92 is a little bit too fast. Not really, but just for an example. 92 is too fast or whatever. So say that like just 78 is what felt best for you, right? Okay, so what you want to do is just remember like we're not gonna do nothing with this like right now. Like we're gonna do something with this like after we find like our real sensitivity. But just like say like 78 felt the best for you, right? Okay, so like just take a picture of it or like remember your number and just remember that you had 78. But like just in case, you feel me, like because I have control freaks on, like I have control freaks on, and like 100% was like a little bit too slow for me. So like if 100% is like still like too slow, what you can do like just like keep up in it and like Like just find like what you like. So like if 100% is too slow, just like up it from here. But if like 100% is too fast, like don't touch this. Like just touch this basically. But if 100% is too slow, like you have control freeze or like you're cracked or whatever, like just keep on upping it. And what felt comfortable for me, pretty sure was like 1.5, 1.6 or whatever. And yeah, like yeah, that's how you find your edit sense. You just gotta find what's good for you, like what you feel comfortable with. And then just like remember your numbers, so like just remember your numbers, so like say like 1.5 or whatever. So my number is 100. So like we're gonna do the math, right? And I'm gonna use 100 as my number. And once I find that, I'm gonna just like add like 5. Like I'm gonna just explain it later, but this is how you find your editing sense. And let's get to the real sensitivity. Alright, so for to find your like real sensitivity or whatever, you're gonna have to like do a little bit of building. So I'm gonna show you how to do that in a little bit, but I'm gonna just show you the settings real quick. Like just copy these settings, you feel me? Like just copy them. Like some settings should already be like already like how it is, but just copy this, whatever. Make sure it's exactly the same, cause like I don't remember what it was, but like something like if you don't have it the same, it won't work. So like you might have to slow it down a little bit. I'm going a little bit too fast. So whatever. Boom, boom, boom. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Alright, so I'm gonna show you how to make this. I'm gonna just make it like right here. So like since you guys don't have anything right here, like just go to the block or whatever this map is, and like just put like a thing in the middle. But I'm gonna just make it over here real quick. Alright, so boom. And what you wanna do, like you wanna like make it like this, so like you're right in the middle, and like you have like this space. And the reason it's like this is because like this is like the perfect range, you feel me? Like right here, like this is like inside box like range. This is like normal range, like the perfect range, like 2 away. So I'm gonna show you how to make that real quick. So what you do is you just go like boom, boom, like kind of make like a cross, boom. Put a cone here so you remember this is where it is. Why am I hitting? And then yeah, just make a circle. Boom, boom. Yeah, so that's pretty sure that's what it is. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Like it should be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then in the middle. So like that. Okay, so now it doesn't matter. Like now we're gonna do this. It doesn't matter where you have it. Like honestly, it doesn't like which side. But like just make sure it's like this. So like it really doesn't matter where you have it. It's just like you gotta make sure it's like going like just like make sure the speed boost is gonna bounce the robot over here into the circle. So now what you do, you wanna get a robot. I'm gonna just show ya. Why am I talking so much? So devices, you wanna equip a robot, this trick tile, and get a player spawn with it, and get this. So let's do the easy stuff first or whatever. Mm. So customize player spawn, enable during phase, yes all, this is whatever. Use as island star, yes, visible during games, this is your choice, I just turn it off. and all of this other stuff doesn't matter. Alright, so we did that. Now for the robot, what you want to do is, oh my god, place it right here, and then place this right here, and then place this one right here. So that's how it's gonna be. And then what you want to do is go to the settings right here. Alright, then just copy these settings. Just copy all of this. And then this, just copy all of that, whatever, boom. Like, you probably won't even have to change any of this. Like, it's only like 2 things. And then, ooh. And then for this, just copy this, boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Okay, now that you got the settings done, just go to your inventory or whatever, and just go to the weapons, and like I tested out like all the weapons, and like the most accurate like automatic weapon like SMG or like AR was this. So just like equip a tactical SMG and just put it in here, and then after you got that, after you did all of that, just go to devices again and just grab a speed boost. Literally just a speed boost. Equip like a couple of them, like 20 should be good. And then just like make it, you want to place the speed boost where like it's gonna, cause this is gonna drop the robot down, so the robot's gonna be right here and it's gonna drop down, and you just want to make it where it like makes the robot go into the circle. Then just boom, place the speed boost so it can go into a circle. Right, boom. I don't know what I'm saying, boost. And then after that, after you got all of that, you gotta change it, cause you want it so the robot's like moving like realistically, like a normal character. So put it at low, and just do all of that to all of them. Okay, now that you got everything ready, before you start the game, you have to ask yourself what type of aimer you are. So like say like 2 players, for example, Tifu and Symphony. Tifu uses more of like tracking aim, where he just like follows his opponent like tracking it, and like Symphony is more like he uses like flicking aim, so like he usually like shoots, like kills his opponents with flicks like bah bah. So for most controller players, like your aim is probably gonna be tracking him. Like it's super rare for like a controller player to like have a flicky playstyle. And if you're on mouse and keyboard, it should be like 50-50. Like you could either be like a Tfue type player or like a Symphony type player. So yeah, you just gotta find out what type of aimer you are. Okay, now that you started the game, you did everything right. So I'm a tracking type aimer. So like I track, I don't really like flick. So I'm gonna just show you guys. Like if you're like a flicking type aimer, like I recommend you add like a combat shotgun like over there, so like you can like hit flicks. But like for me, like I'm a tracking type aimer, so I'm gonna just use like this accurate SMG or whatever. And so what you want to do, you just want to like try to find a sense where you can start off. So like for me, like say like I know like my perfect sense is probably gonna be around 60 to 50, so I'm gonna start at 50 and like 60 and go down. So what you want to do, you don't want to shoot, you just want to like track it, and like So if like you're tracking it right, and like you see that like you can like your crosshairs like right behind them, that means you need to up it. So my crosshair is like right behind them, then you just up it or whatever. But if you see that your crosshair is like right in front of them, like you keep on like over tracking, like it's right in front of them, you need to down it. So like I already know my sense, so I'm gonna use like go right here or whatever, boom boom. Just for example, I'm tracking, like I'm a little bit in front, so like I know I'm getting close. So I'm like I have a feeling it's gonna be 54 or whatever. Alright, boom. So 54. You see how 54 is perfect for me? Like I can stay on them like the whole time. Like I might like, cause like sometimes I like slip or like I get confused. But look, you see how good that is? Like I stay on him. Sometimes I stay on his arm, like, cause he kind of like moves like different. But I basically stay on him. And if I lose track, boom. Lose track, boom. Yeah, and it's the same thing for flicking. Like, if you're like flicking, boom, and like you see that you flick and like you miss it by an inch because it's behind, you need to up your sense. And if you see like you over flick, like you flick and like the shot like goes in front of him, you need to like down your sense. It's like just the same concept. And once you find your sense, we're gonna like, if you're a controller player, I recommend like you up your vertical a little bit so like you can flick shots. So like my vertical is 56. I feel like that's perfect for me to like just flick up and hit headshots. But like I'm gonna show you guys how to find your vertical speed. Okay, so the map that we're gonna be using is the 1v1 aim duel map from Reddit 464, and here's the code. Okay, now that you're in, you wanna grab a pumped shotgun, and then you wanna go to the 5,000 health. So boom. And just cause we're doing an example, we're gonna go to 2,000, but go to the 5,000. Alright, now we're gonna do one by one with cones. And so basically what you want to do, so like whatever your sense was, like you start as that, and then yeah, like go. And what you want to do, hold up, what you want to do is like, you don't want to jump or crouch, you just want to move around. And you just want to like try to hit as many headshots as you can. And basically like, so you start at your own, like your normal sense, and then like if you think this is too slow, just like keep on upping it. And I don't recommend you go more than 4% higher than your horizontal, because it's gonna just make your aim and like your edits inconsistent. So like don't go more than 4% higher than your horizontal. You really shouldn't need to go any higher than that, but yeah, I'm just letting you know now. Alright, so you use shooty shutter, don't jump, crouch or anything, you shooty shutter. And just try to like see what's coming. And once you did that, you want to go over here to like this one. Like the first one is good because it's like in box like range, and this is like box fight range like too. And yeah, you just want to look, boom, boom. And just try to like see. Okay, now that you finished that, say like 54 was way too slow for me, and like I have a feeling that 56 is gonna be like the right one. So 56, right? And just do the same thing, like one by one with cone, boom, start it, so, boom. Go to the other one. And go to one by one with cones, one by two with cones, my bad. And same thing. And so all you're doing here is just like what vertical sense you feel more comfortable with. Basically all you're doing. And then you say, stop shooting me real quick. You say like, oh, 56 is way too slow. Go up to 57. And like just keep on doing that, like so like 54 right now. So like I thought that was too slow, and then I tried 55, 56, 57, and then 58 is were like the maximum. Like you really shouldn't go more than 4% more than your horizontal. It's just gonna make you inconsistent. And just do the two maps that I showed right now. And yeah, you just keep on doing that until you find what's comfortable. Here's the code. Alright, so once it starts, you just wanna grab a scar, and then wanna go to horizontal tracking, go to medium. And the reason we're going to medium, cause like, okay, let me explain it real quick. So if you think about it, so if you go close, like you're probably gonna need like a little bit faster sense to like track them. And if you go far, you're probably gonna need like a little slower sense to track them. So like if you go to close, you're gonna need a faster sense, right? So when you're at far range, you're not gonna like, it's gonna be too fast to like even hit a shot. And same thing with far range, like it's gonna be like a little bit slower. So when you're in close range, it's gonna be like too slow to hit a shot. So medium is just like perfect to balance it out. And yes, basically the same thing that you did with your normal sensitivity. Just like start at like a number that should be around like what you think your sensitivity would be, like boom, and just like track them. Don't shoot, just track them. And like if you see that it's going behind them, like going behind them, that means you need to up it. And then if you see if it's going like in front of them, that means you need to down it. So yeah, you just gotta keep on tweaking your sense until like you find like the perfect one where like you can stay on them. Like right now, look, like you see how I'm right on them. Like yeah, basically that's it. Alright, once you're done with horizontal, you want to go to vertical, same concept, medium. And you might have to end the game because sometimes the robot doesn't spawn, so you just gotta be patient with it. So if you're under him, like you can't keep up with him, you're under him right here, up your sense. And if you're like over him, like in front of him, like right here or whatever, down your sense. And you just want to do it until like you're just on him, like boom. Okay, now that you found all your perfect settings, what you want to do is just find your editing sense for the settings that you have on right now. So say that like when I did the editing thing at the beginning, say mine was like 88. So hopefully you took a picture, you remember your number. So say I took a picture of this, my editing sense was 88. So now that I like found my perfect settings, this might be a little confusing, you stick with me. Now that I found my perfect settings after we did all of that, now what you want to do is bust out the calculator and then go to your settings. So let me bust out my calculator real quick. Alright, so once you have your calculator out and you went to your settings, so what you want to do is like put your horizontal speed into the calculator. So put 54 into the calculator, and now you gotta remember your number. So my number was 88%. So what you're gonna do, you're just gonna put random like decimals in. So 54 times, let's just put 1.1. Like it has to be 1 point something. It can't be like 0 point or whatever. It has to be 1 point something. So 54 times 1.1 is 59.4. So that's not my number. So you just want to keep on like multiplying like your horizontal with like a random like 1 point something number until you get your number. So my number was 88. So 54 times 1.6. So when you're doing this, you might not get the exact number, but you just want to like get the number that's like the closest to. So 1.6 was 86.4. Now just to do an example right here, we're gonna do 54 times 1.7, and 1.7 was 91. So now that you have your editing sense, what you want to do, you just want to test it out real quick, like because sometimes like you might find it But you know, like say like 1.6 is like a little bit too slow, so I just turn it up like 1.7. And oh look, now 1.7 is perfect for me, so I'm like, oh, this is good. Or you know, it might be like a little bit too fast, turn it down to 1.5 and just like that. And it really shouldn't be like more than 3 like away. Like it should only be like 1 or 2 away. Or sometimes it might be perfect, like in my case, like my number was 2.4 and it was perfect for me. And for your build sense, it's literally all on you, like it's whatever you feel comfortable with.